Hi everyone, Karen Dubs here, FlexibleWarrior.com. These are my rescue puppies. This is Stella, Luna, and Leo, all three from High Kill Shelters. Amazing dogs. I just wanted to introduce them. They actually have their own Instagram page if you're interested. It's Stella, Luna, Leo, Rescue Pups. So today, the segment is part of the Chill Power Challenge. The goal is to help you get a little lighter, a little bit more energized, a little less stressed during the holiday season. So let's start by resetting our intention and practicing a few nice deep breaths to help us ground and settle in and reduce stress. So rest your hands down onto your knees. Lift your posture, open your heart, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in through your nose, trying to sit up really tall, lifting your chest, aligning your posture. And then as you exhale, drop tension, relax your shoulders, and whatever it is that's going around you, try to really commit to this next 15 minutes to practice your self-care. Let's take two more nice deep breaths. I want you to take this opportunity to reflect on the intention that you set for the challenge. How do you want to feel this holiday season? You can always use a word like joy, peace, and energy. Okay, one more nice deep breath. Really fill your lungs with fresh new air, get positive energy in. And as you exhale, consciously drop whatever tension that you're feeling. Let it go. Good. Perfect. Sometimes 3 deep breaths really makes a big difference, right? Go ahead and lie down on your back. We're going to start with a little ab work today. So with your feet flat and your knees bent, you're going to take your hands and put them behind your head. Elbows are out really wide, chest and heart are open. You're going to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and start the movement right away by lifting your left foot up and bringing your right shoulder to your left knee. You're going to inhale, tap back down, and then go ahead and switch and take it to the same thing, other direction. So right shoulder to left hip, and then left shoulder to right hip, just alternating from side to side. Starting to get a little movement through the body. So again, this is only going to be about 15 minutes. And so what's really important is that you really commit to this time. So the consistency is so key. And during a challenge here, you know, trying to get 10 to 15 minutes in of yoga every single day, despite how busy you are, despite how hectic things are around you, really carving out this time to practice your self-care. Okay, so this next one, we're going to hold our right shoulder towards our left knee, but we're going to take our left leg and extend it straight up. Now remember, straight is whatever you can do. So if your hamstrings are tight, you might not get that leg all the way straight, and that's okay. You're going to inhale, lower that straight leg all the way down to the floor, and then exhale, pivot, bring the right elbow and shoulder towards the left knee. So you inhale as you lower, and you exhale as you lift. So taking it down and up, again, getting a little hamstring bonus stretch maybe with this, and working our obliques as we lift and lower. Okay, let's do 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good, perfect. Go ahead and keep that left leg straight, but bring your hands down by your side. So your left leg straight, your right knee's bent, right foot flat. You're going to take a deep breath in. And then go ahead and push your right foot into the ground and lift your left foot as high to the ceiling or the sky as you can, engaging your right glute. So you're going to inhale, tap your tailbone down. Exhale, lift your foot and your hip to the sky. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. So we're getting a little glute work activation here as well, because you guys always are requesting that. And I get it. Everybody wants more ab work, more glute work. But of course, we're going to incorporate some stretches as we go. So you get a little bit of everything. Let's do 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Go ahead and release it down. Now your left knee, ankle, sorry, is going to come over your right knee. Left knee externally rotates to the side. So this is pigeon stretch. You're going to lift your right foot up and slide your hands underneath your right thigh, getting a nice stretch through your left hip. Yeah, this is reclined pigeon. Take a nice deep breath. Again, with your exhale, just drop and relax tension, getting that nice stretch through your hip. Take 1 more breath, and then go ahead and release that down. So the left foot's going to come flat onto the floor, left knee bent, right leg straight up, hands back behind your head. Inhale, you're going to lower that right leg straight down towards the floor. Exhale, pivot, up and over. Inhale, down. Exhale, twist. Good. So again, if the hamstrings are tight, don't worry about having that leg all the way straight. A little bend in the knee is totally fine. You're thinking about bringing the left shoulder to the right knee as you rotate over and across. Okay, 4 more. 4, up and over, 3. So if your dogs are not used to you doing yoga and they're all up in your face and all over you, they'll adapt little by little. So I just try to ignore my dogs as much as possible. Easier said than done, right? But and now they just kind of hang out around me as I do my yoga, and that's ideal. So I can still get my practice in, and they typically stretch with me a lot of times. Go ahead and release it down, and then bend that right knee. Bring your right leg, straighten your right leg. You're going to do single leg bridge, hands down by your side. You're going to push through your left foot and lift your right foot as high to the ceiling as you can, really engaging your glute and hamstring. You're going to inhale, tap, and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. So you guys know that if you do my challenges, I'm all about letting go of perfectionism, because I feel like that's an obstacle for so many people. Like, if it's not perfect, they're not going to do it at all. And, you know, I just want you to do the best that you can. Like, show up on your mat, do what you can, and don't worry about being perfect. That is definitely one thing that my dogs have taught me. They're all mutts. They are far from perfect, but I love them to death anyway. And, you know, it's not about being perfect, is it? I don't think so. Last 2 lifts here. 2 and 1. Good. Go ahead and lower it down. Now you're going to bend your right knee. Put your right ankle over your left knee and externally rotate that right knee out to the side. This is your right hip stretch for pigeon. You're going to pick your left foot up from the floor, slide your hands underneath that left thigh, and get that good stretch through your right hip. Now, as you're stretching, let's take a couple nice deep breaths in and out through the nose to send that calming message to your central nervous system to slow down. Take 1 more nice deep breath. And then go ahead and release your left foot back down to the mat and your right foot. We're going to do both feet flat for bridge pose, just a regular bridge, not single leg. So fingertips are going to reach to your heels. You're going to breathe into your belly. And then both feet are going to press down as you lift your hips up to the sky, holding bridge pose. So in your bridge, I want you to be mindful for just a second. Really press down through everything that's touching the floor, your feet, your hands, your triceps, the backs of your shoulders, and then everything that's not touching the floor, lift those points up to the sky. So you're really feeling lifted and open. Let's take 1 more nice deep breath in, really ground down to lift up, and then go ahead and roll slowly down through your spine. Really try to lay your spine slowly to the mat, getting that nice release through your low back, and then hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big hug. I always like to give myself a hug, like I'm carving out time out of my busy schedule to practice self-care, like I deserve a hug. Feet to the sky. We're going to do a nice hamstring stretch now with a little ab. This is one of my favorites. It's actually a Pilates exercise. It's called scissors. You're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Grab onto your right calf with both hands and lower your left foot so it's 1 inch or so above the floor. And noses to the knees. You're going to use your abs to keep you lifted. And then go ahead and scissor your legs and switch. Okay, we're going to do 10 of those. The whole time that you're scissoring and switching the legs, your shoulders are up really high for the mat because you know you're using your abs to keep yourself lifted. And breathe. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Relax it down. Give yourself another big hug. And then you're going to make your way to plank pose. So go ahead and come to the top of a push-up. And really engage your core, pull your belly in and your shoulders back. Hello, Leo. So you really want to pull the belly button in and back so your core is engaged. You're not sloppy in your plank. You shift a little bit to your toes, bend your elbows, come half or all the way down to your mat. And then inhale into a back bend. So you're getting a good stretch to the abs that you were just working. They're not only strong, but they're flexible too. And then use your core to lift your hips up to the sky in a downward facing dog. Take your right leg and lift it up to the sky as high as you can, pushing evenly through both hands. And then step your right foot up and through your hands. Pivot your left foot flat. Make sure your right knee is right out over your right ankle, and then come up to warrior two. So in your warrior two today, I want you to be particularly aware that you're pulling the belly button in and the tailbone down. So the core is really strong and the eyes are focused deep. Now really focus on that warrior strength and reflect again on the intention that you set for this Chill Power Challenge and for your holiday season. And that can carry off your mat and then into your life, the strength and perseverance. We're going to go ahead and straighten the right leg. Reach forward with your right hand, lift your left hip bone up, coming into triangle pose. So this is just such a nice stretch. You want to roll the left side of your ribcage open. If you can look up to your left thumb, do that as well. And breathe nice and deep. Now if you want to slide a little bit deeper into your pose, go ahead and do that. But make sure you're leaning back, not forward. Looking up to your left thumb if you like to. Take one more nice deep breath. As you come out of it, I want you to really engage your core. Imagine your left hand is lifting you up and out of the pose. You're going to bend your right knee, reach your right hand up to the sky, reverse warrior. Now really nice deep bend to that right knee. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, hands down on either side of your right foot. Now your right leg's going to come back to the sky just like it did when we started. Really reach through your right toes. And we're coming into pigeon. So another hip stretch. Again, a lot of you request this all the time. Tight hips, I know, me too. Slide your left leg back and then go ahead and release down. Nice upward dog, Luna, beautiful. So let's take a nice deep breath. And your job in this pigeon pose is to relax, is to surrender, is to release tension, is to let go just for a little while you stretch and release. Take 2 more breaths here in your pigeon pose. Deepen your breath and really lengthen out your exhale because that's what helps to send that calming message into your central nervous system. All right, we're going to come out of this pigeon into forearm plank. So just take a moment to make sure your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. You're going to curl your left toes under and step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Lower your hips down so they are in line with your shoulders. You're one straight line. And then you're going to pivot to your right forearm. Sorry to turn my back to you, but I'm going to pivot to the side. Right forearm is pressing down. Left hand is reaching up. Lift your left hip bone up to the sky. If you want to, look up to your left thumb. Great core exercise. Hold for 3, 2, and square off to your mat. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead and lower all the way down to your mat. We're going to do Locust Pose. This is an important part of your core to strengthen the back line of the body. Interlace your fingers behind your tailbone. Seal your big toes together to touch, so you're squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. And then float yourself up. Squeeze your palms together. Open your heart and your chest. Take one more nice deep breath in. Really strengthen the whole back line of the body. Reach through your toes. Beautiful. And then hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to push into upward facing dog or to cobra is fine. So back bend either way. Deep breath in. And then downward facing dog as you push back. Mwah. You're such a good doggy. Okay, let's get to the other side. So press evenly through both hands. Left leg to the sky. Single leg downward dog. Use your core strength as you shift your weight forward and step your left foot up into your hands. Through your hands. Right hip foot's going to pivot flat. We're coming up to warrior 2. So your right hand's going to reach back. Your left hand's going to reach forward. And you're going to sink down into your hips so your left thigh is parallel to the ground. Now focus your eyes right out over your left middle finger. Really reach through your fingertips. Lots of strength through the whole body. Remember that warrior spirit. Remember what's important to you. What brings you more joy today. And how you want to feel and what action you're really willing to take to feel the way you want to feel. Okay, one more breath, really deep into that pose, strengthen yourself, and then lift yourself out of it, preparing for triangle. Pull that belly button in, pivot your right hip to the sky, stretch to the side, and then pivot over. Now remember, you're going to lean back with your rib cage because you don't want to be leaning forward. You want to lean back or roll open. If you want to look up to your top thumb, feel free to do that. Nice deep breaths, in and out through your nose. Good, one more breath. Now, really bring awareness to your feet. Push your feet into the ground. Pull your belly in. Top hand's lifting you out of the pose. And then front knee bends, reverse warrior. Look up to your top hand, really sink down into this reverse or sun warrior. And then hands down on either side of your front foot. Now, this front foot is going back up to the sky, so go ahead and send it straight up. Take a nice deep breath, reach through your toes, press through your palms, and then left knee comes down to left wrist for pigeon. Point your right toe, slide it back, and bring your forearms down. And remember, your job in this pigeon pose is to relax, surrender, let go, allow yourself to recover, find a little bit of peace. Deepen your breathing and lengthen out your exhale to send that calming message to your central nervous system. One more nice deep breath in and out through the nose. And then you're going to curl your right toes under, squeeze your right knee straight, step to forearm plank. Remember, those elbows are right under the shoulders, the inner thighs are squeezing. You have a straight line from the crown of the head, tailbone to heels. And then pivot to your left forearm, right hand up to the sky for your side plank. Really lift your right hip bone high. Look up to your right thumb for 3. I forgot to mention on the other side, you're welcome to pick the top foot up if you want more of a challenge. Sometimes yes, sometimes not so much. Go ahead and square off. Lower your knees down, lower your hips down, lower all the way to your stomach, and then float yourself up to your locust. So seal your big toes together to touch. Squeeze your palms together. Strengthen the whole back line of the body. Take one more breath. And then release down, pushing into child's pose. So hips back to heels, forehead to the mat, stretch your low back, breathe into your low back. And then downward facing dog. Shift your hips forward, curl your toes, push back. Take a moment here in downward dog to reset your intention. How do I want to feel? Joy, energy, health, vitality, peace, all of the above. And what actions will I take today to feel the way I want to feel, both on and off my yoga mat? Shift your weight forward to plank, pause, exhale, bend your elbows, lower half or all the way down. Inhale into a back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Release your knees, have a seat. Let's finish the practice as we started with 3 deep breaths. Bring attention back to posture. Open and lift your heart. Relax and drop your shoulders. Bring your thumb and index finger together to touch. Close your eyes. Breathing in. Exhale, relaxing and letting go. Again, breathing in. Exhale. One more time. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Hands to heart center. Bow your chin to your chest. Again, grateful for the time you carved out of your busy schedule to practice self-care. Take a deep breath in. Gather your energy and your strength for your day. Reaching out and up, palms touch. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Thank you for your energy. Remember, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell button. That way you'll get notifications when new videos are posted. My website is flexiblewarrior.com. I have yoga and superfood programs there, and I also do one-on-one coaching as well. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here. Namaste.